Hey guys, Austin here, and in today's video, I want to talk about the All-Star Game. Yes, by the time you are watching this video, the All-Star Game will be tonight. I am pre-recording this. I wanted to get it out of the way. I want to do some predictions, and I also kind of wanted to talk about Michael Bublé and if he was actually on mushrooms, which I think is hysterical if he was. But for those of you who didn't catch the draft of last night, you had Team McDavid, you had Team Hughes, you had Team Matthews and Team MacKinnon, and they had their special guest, celebrity special guest with them, and they were picking schoolyard style draft, and it was snake style draft, so picks 1 to 4, and then 5 up, and then, that snake style draft. You guys know how that works. But I wanted to go over each team, and then I wanted to give my prediction on who I think is going to come out on top in the All-Star Game. Now, I am using Dom from the Athletics analytics here, I guess, that he put together to discuss and then make my predictions after. So, first we have Team Hughes. Now, on Team Hughes, we have, of course, Quinn Hughes. We have Elias Pettersson. We have Kucherov. We have Kyle Connor, Brady Tkachuk, Jesper Bratt, Brock Besser, JT Miller, and Frank Vetrano. And then in goal, we have Thatcher Demko and Cam Talbot. So we have all the Canucks who made it to the All-Star Game almost pretty much in this category here. So just because of that, I'm going to say they're not going to win it. All right, next one. No, I'm totally kidding, guys. So just to actually analyze this, I think they have a pretty good team. Their skaters are ranked first in Dom's model. Their goaltenders are ranked fourth, though, in his model. So very interesting. We have the 3-on-3 game score, and then we have the all-star value. So very interesting to look at. Dom's model says they have a 26.1% chance of winning. They do have offensive talent and offensive threats. I think Kucherov is their biggest offensive threat, in my opinion. But let's move on to Team MacKinnon. So, of course, you have Nathan MacKinnon, then you have Cale Makar, Sidney Crosby, Kirill Kaprizov, Sebastian Aho, Tom Wilson. Don't ask how Tom Wilson is an all-star over Zach Hyman, or I will lose it. Travis Konechny, Elias Lindholm, who was a Calgary Flame representative, who is now with the Canucks, and Oliver Bjorkstrand. Very sad. Bjorkstrand was actually picked last in last night's draft. He had to cancel those family vacation plans just to get picked last in this draft at the All-Star Game that he wasn't planning on going to. I feel really bad for the guy. And then, of course, in net, we have Alexander Georgiev and Jeremy Swayman. Now, the goalies are ranked second in this model. Georgiev is rocking an .897 save percentage this year. I'm not sure how Georgiev is an all-star, but hey, no disrespect to Georgiev. That's just my opinion. Jeremy Swayman is obviously an all-star. He's been one of the best goaltenders all season in the NHL. I think Swayman, they play the 2 10-minute halves, right? So Georgiev and Swayman will each play 10 minutes. I think the Swayman factor allows this team to come out on top in their game before the finals, but I don't like Wilson's in here. Elias Lindholm has struggled. Bjorkstrand is these are good players, but they're not great players. So we'll move on to the next one. We'll see who I end up picking to win the whole thing. We have Team McDavid. Of course, we have McDavid and Draisaitl, and then they have David Pastrnak, which was a great pick for them. Then they got Rasmus Dahlin, they got Robert Thomas, they got Sam Reinhart, who's having a terrific season. He might be shooting a little high on the shooting percentage side this season, but he's still an all-star. Then you have Boone Jenner, you have Nick Suzuki, and Thomas Hertl. Then in net, you have Connor Hellebuck and Sergei Bobrovsky. I think they have the best goalies in the entire thing, so that carries them above most of the teams, in my opinion. And then you have McDavid, Draisaitl, Pastrnak, just 3 offensive juggernauts. Dahlin on D. Reinhart can put the puck in the net. Boone Jenner might be fun to watch in this 3-on-3 format. And then, of course, Suzuki. He is very skilled, good playmaker. This one's interesting. So we'll move on to the last team, and then I'll discuss who I think is going to win the whole thing. Then we have Team Matthews. And look at all those Leafs on Team Matthews. They ain't winning nothing. I'm kidding, guys. Let's discuss this. Matthews, Morgan Riley, William Nylander, Mitch Marner, all represented for Toronto. Of course, this is taking place in Toronto, so it is nice to see a bunch of Leafs for the fans to get to see in their home city. Then you have Clayton Keller, you have Matthew Barzal, you have Philip Forsberg, you have Alex DeBrincat, and Vincent Trocheck. Pretty much all these guys, in my opinion, are all-stars in some capacity. You could argue maybe the least all-star worthy player is Morgan Riley, but that's a pretty overall solid team. Then you have Jake Ottinger and Igor Shesterkin in net. Both goaltenders have had a bit of a dip in their production this season, or their performance. So this one's interesting. I'm not a big fan of the goaltending for Team Matthews, and I'm not the biggest fan of their overall skaters. I just don't think they have it. They're probably going to be playing really hard because it's in Toronto, and a lot of players at the All-Star game, they don't like put in 120% effort. You can tell a lot of guys float around. It's a lot of fun for them. I think in that aspect, they could come out on top because you're going to have your 4 Leafs that are going to be doing everything they can to win the whole thing. But in turn, that could make their opponents also start to turn it up a bit. You might actually have a pretty entertaining all-star tournament here. But in my opinion, I think the team that's going to come out on top, I'm going to say Team McDavid. And it's not because I'm a homer. It's not because I'm an Oilers and Bruins fan. It's not because I get to see McDavid, Draisaitl, and Pasternak play on the same line probably, which is like a super dream come true. I like their goaltending, 1. And 2, I do like their offensive power. McDavid and Pasternak and Draisaitl could probably win the whole thing on their own. And then they have a good mix of skill mixed in as well. Team MacKinnon, I don't like at all. I guess Team McKinnon's okay, and they have Swayman in net. So I guess I shouldn't say I don't like Team McKinnon at all, but the Tom Wilson factor really bothers me. So, and then Team Hughes, I don't know, man. Frank Vetrano, it's fine. Kyle Connor's good. Jesper Bratt, Brady Tkachuk, he's fine. Goaltenders, man, Thatcher Demko's really good. Cam Talbot started hot, but yeah, no, in my opinion, I'm going to go with Team McDavid. That is my prediction. I am locking it in. I'm putting $20 down on it. I don't gamble. But what do you guys think? Who do you think is going to win this All-Star weekend? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. I think it'll be interesting to watch. Normally, I don't watch All-Star stuff, but I have had some requests from some of you guys to tune in, kind of give my takes on it, and just kind of discuss it. Again, these videos, they're just kind of formal discussions. I'm just in front of the camera. I'm just talking and spitballing and having some fun. If you guys like that, make sure you hit like. If you really liked it, make sure you hit subscribe, and we'll see how fun this All-Star game ends up becoming. I know tonight is tonight as I'm recording, it's the skills competition. Tomorrow is the All-Star game. By the time you see this video, though, the All-Star game will be considered tonight. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching.